What's up, guys? iBerserk here. Today we're going to do a sealed draft in MTG Arena. Before we do that, I've got a pack I want to open. Let's pick an older one. Should we do Theros or Ikoria? Or Corset? When's the next time a Corset's coming out? Yeah, I'll do Corset. Alright, let's see what we get. Ooh, first Pitch Burn Devils. Deals 3 damage to any target when it dies for 5. Holy cow, that's expensive. What do we got? Basari's Lieutenant. Vigilance. Protection from multicolored. 3/4. Enters the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter target creature you control. Knight. Good for a Knight's deck. Or another creature you control dies. If it had a +1/+1 counter on it, create a 2/2 White Knight. Awesome. Pretty cool. Alright, but that's not what we came here for. We came here to do Sealed Strixhaven. So, let's get to it. Ooh, what do we got? We've got black and white, black. Out of my original rares here, we did manage to pick up one of the Snarl lands, which is awesome. Looks like we got one of the mythics from Mystical Archive, Tainted Pack. And we got the Silver Quill Silencer, a human cleric. Enters the battlefield, choose a non-land card name. When an opponent casts a spell with the chosen name, they lose 3 life and you draw a card. Okay, yeah, I actually saw a deck that was based around this concept recently. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, we got Gift of the Estates, another Mystical Archive. An opponent controls more lands than you. Search your library for up to 3 planes and reveal them. Don't know how good that is in Sealed. We got an Auric Lore Mage. New for me. Let's see, 4 for a 3/3. Search your library for a card. Put it into your graveyard, then shuffle. If it's an instant or sorcery card, put a +1/+1 counter on Auric Lore Mage. Search your library for a card and put it into your graveyard. Okay. So basically you can search your library for sorceries or instants. You can pull them into your graveyard and pump the Auric Lore Mage. So that could actually be pretty good with the amount of mythics, or sorry, instants and sorceries that are in this set. And looks like we pulled 2 more rares inside the sealed pack. So let's take a look and see what rares we have. Alright, so let's take a look at our rares here. I like to type in R equals R to look at just the rares, although I should probably be using the filter here for rares and mythic rares instead of using that filter, because there could be mythics in here. We do have the Tainted Pack. Exile top card of your library. You may put that card into your hand unless it has the same name as another card exiled this way. Repeat this process until you put a card into your hand or exile 2 cards with the same name. So this could be good. Ugh, should always at least get the creative juices flowing before you start doing this kind of stuff. Okay, so what I like to do when I'm looking at a sealed draft is I like to take a look at the rares that we have first. So upon first glance, I look at this and I see that we have a Silver Quill Silencer, which is black-white. We have another white, which is not something that I would base a sealed deck around. We have a Tainted Pack, which looks like it could be pretty good if you have a lot of unique cards in your deck. The way this works is that you exile the top card from your library, and you can put that card into your hand unless you have the same name as another card that was exiled in this way. And you can repeat this process until you put a card into your hand or exile 2 cards of the same name, whichever comes first. We have an Auric Lore Mage, which allows us to tap and search for a card in your library and put it into the graveyard, and then shuffle. If it's an instant or sorcery, you can put a +1/+1 counter on the Auric Lore Mage, so you can pump him by removing instant and sorceries from your library. We also have the Retriever Phoenix, which has flying and haste, both of which are good in this format. It's low on toughness with only 2, but anytime you cast a learn spell, you can bring it back into the battlefield, so that's pretty powerful. Let's see, we also have the Accomplished Alchemist, green. Add 1 mana of any color, add X mana of any color, where X is the amount of life that you've gained this turn. So if you have a lot of life gain, this could be a good one. We do have a Snarl, which is a good multicolor land. And then Culmination of Studies. Exile top X cards from your library. For each land card that was exiled in this way, create a treasure token for each blue card exiled this way. Draw a card for each red card exiled this way. Culmination of Studies deals 1 damage to each opponent. For each blue card, draw a card. For each red card, deal 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, so nothing is really striking out at me here. If I had to look at just the rares, I would say probably white-black with a strong pull to get me into red here. But since nothing's really peeking out at me, let's take a look at the rest of the colors. And let's just try to look by color and see if there's anything that pops out at us. Let's see. Clever Luminancer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. So we've got some cards here. We've got a Luminancer. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. That could be okay, depending on how many instants and sorceries we pull. Let's see. We've got Detention Vortex. Enchant non-land permanent. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Destroy Detention Vortex. Only your opponents may activate this ability, and as a sorcery. Okay, so this is basically like a pacifism. And the opponent has to pay 3 to destroy the Detention Vortex. And they have to do it on their turn. That's interesting. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, and you get to learn. We've already seen the Gift of the Estates. We've got the Stonerise Spirit. Exile a card from your graveyard. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. Ooh. Target creature gains flying until end of turn, so that could be good. Exile target tap creature, good removal. 2/1. Pilgrim of the Ages. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a Plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand. Return it to... Okay, so this one's actually pretty decent and sealed. I played against this one before, and the ability to use 6 to return it from the graveyard to your hand can be really good late game. Just to get creature advantage. Got another flying creature from white. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0 in vigilance. This was actually a really good card. Defend the campus. Either destroy a creature with 4 or greater, or creatures you control get +1/+1. We've got white-black. Lifelink Menace. Spells you cast that target a creature cost 2 less to cast. We've got the Silencer, so another white-black. So we've got 2 white-blacks here. And Inklings. Rise of the Extus. So these are white or black. So not just black-white, but white or black. Exile target creature, learn. So these are both good cards that would make it into the deck. Snarl's good. Make your mark. Target creature gets +1. And if it dies this turn, create a 3/2. Rip Apart deals 3 damage to any target. Good removal that way. The Pledge Mage was okay. The Lorehold Pledge Mage was okay the last time I played it, but a little underwhelming. The first strike just isn't quite as good in sealed, I find, as it would have been in like another set. And then we've got Stonebound Mentor. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, scry. Okay, so a creature that lets you scry every time a card leaves your graveyard. Let's take a look at blue and see what blue has. Okay, so we've got the Mist Transformation. Actually didn't see... This one wasn't very good and sealed for me the last time. I don't know that I would... It'd be a push to get that one into the deck this next time. Exile target creature. Creates a 4/4 red, blue elemental. Well, so you could do this to yourself, artifact or creature. So you could do this to yourself or to the opponent. So that could be interesting. We've got strategic planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Good. We've got another flying creature. When it enters the battlefield, you get to tap a card. Pop quiz could be good for the learn and the draw. We get Serpentine Curve. Create a 0. Put a fractal creature. X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the total number of instant and sorcery cards you own in exile and in your graveyard. We've got Bury in the Books. That's okay. You can put a creature 2 deep into the opponent's deck. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. That could be pretty good. This Wormhole Serpent could be pretty good. We do have another Scryland, which are actually pretty good in this format as well. Teach by example. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. That's interesting. Spectacle Mage. Quite a bit of blue-red synergy here. Might actually consider going blue-red at this point. Spectacle Mage, another flying. Another elemental card. Create a 4/4 elemental creature token for 5. Not great. But it is a lesson, so you can pull it in from a learn card. 3/4 haste and scry ability. We've got Culminations of Studies. Deals damage or draws cards. And then it goes into green and blue. Wonder if is there quite a bit of green and blue synergy here? Let's just take a look at that real quick. So we've got Scry. We've got, I don't know why that comes up. Oh, because I got black in there as well. Duh. Let's see, we've got Flying, Death Touch, creature you control fights creature you don't control and has the counter spell. Perfect. I'm really happy I picked this one up. Creature has base power and toughness of 4/4 until end of turn. Pretty sweet. Yeah, you can definitely use a nice little combat trick there to turn the tables on somebody. When Biomathematician enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token and put a +1/+1 counter on it for each fractal you control. Interesting. Draw 2 cards, land, nothing here. Red and blue is looking alright after this. So let's take a look at black. Target creature gets +2/-2. Could be good for removal or pumping. Unwilling ingredient. Draw, so you kill it and you can draw a card and gain a life. If you could find some combat trick to play on it as well, because it's got menace, you could cause 2 people to block it and then take them both out. We've got Arrogant Poet. You pay 2 life, it gets flying. This card is actually pretty good. The Leech Fanatic with the lifelink on your turn is pretty good. We've got the Tainted Pack. When Promising Dust Mage dies, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, draw a card. It's okay. Destroy target creature or planeswalker is always good. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller loses a life. Search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, and then shuffle if it's an instant or sorcery. Okay, so we got the Lore Mage, we've got the Lifelink Menace, and we've got the Silencer. Black is actually looking okay. And then we've got black-white with the Inkling and the Rise of the Extus. Cramp Session, green-black. Any opportunities here? Until end of turn, target creature gains Death Touch. And when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. You gain 2 life. Menace, +1/+1 counter. And we've got a 7/6 at the beginning of each of your upkeep. Sacrifice a creature. When you sacrifice Degamoth Woe Eater, each opponent discards a card, and you draw a card and you gain 2 life. 7/6 at the beginning of your upkeep. Sacrifice a creature. So I have to sacrifice a creature, the opponent doesn't. So if we had like some pests or something like that, that could be good. I want to look at green next just because of the black-green synergy. The Pledge Mage College to see if that would be good. And then we'll come back to red. I probably should have done red after blue just to see if there's anything there. But red and white makes sense to look at together too. Okay, so we've got Fortifying Drought. Target creature gets +X/+X till end of turn, where X is the amount of life you've gained. That's pretty cool. Have to have life, though. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control against Hexproof is always good. This Biograph is amazing. Devouring Tendrils. Target creature you control deals damage equal to the power of target planeswalker you don't control. So basically, and you gain 2 life. So it's a ram through. We've got the squirrel. Let's see. Deal 5 damage to target creature with flying or destroy target artifact is good. Containment breach. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Its mana value is 2 or less. Create a black 1 pest. 1/1 pest. Search your library for a basic forest card and put it into the battlefield tapped. If you would gain life, you gain that much life plus 1. Gets +2, +1 as long as you have 25 life. And then we've got a pretty standard crocodile. 2/4. We've got a expensive Llanowar Mage. Scryland. We've got gain life. We've got target creature gains death touch, and when this creature dies, returns to the battlefield tapped. That could actually be a pretty good combo with the black unwilling ingredient here. That would be pretty neat if we get those two to work together. Where we can give him death touch, and he's got menace. And then he comes back into the battlefield anyway. So then you've got the Woe Eater. Each player at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. I guess that depends on how many creatures you have. You'd have to have quite a few. But for 4 mana for a 7/6, like, oof. Again, though, like, the opponent could just chump block. I guess at that point, though, you're only down. I'm sacrificing a creature. They're probably sacrificing a creature. So we've got these are green-blue. And this is good. This is okay. The Needlethorn Drake is okay. And then Fractal. Okay. Draw 2 cards. You may put a land card onto the battlefield. And blue-green. Okay, so green's looking okay. We've got red. Target creature can't block. Shock is good. Gets +2, +1, +0. Create a spirit token when you can exile it from your graveyard. So you got a good turn 2 creature, and then you get a late game creature. Target creature gains +2 first strike is looking good. Let's see. Thrill of Possibility is always good. Dragon's Approach is terrible. Gain control of target creature line of turn is good. Retriever Phoenix is good. Ardent Dustspeaker. You may put an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. If you do, exile 2 cards from your library. You may play those cards this turn. Alright, so then into the blue-red combo. What was I looking at in the beginning? Was it red-white or was it blue? Because the blue-red is looking pretty good. I wonder if blue-red-white makes sense. Like, the blue-red synergy is looking pretty good. But the white... So then we can cast this one with just being red as well. The Rip Apart I would need the white for, though. Do we have any artifacts, I guess, that could splash a color? We can still play the Pledge Mage if we go red. We could not play this one, though. So then, what was the last color? We saw white, we saw blue, we saw black, we saw green, we saw red. So we saw pretty much everything. Expanded Anatomy. Plet 2, +1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains Vigilance till end of turn. It's a lesson. It's lesson. I swear I see this lesson in every pack that gets opened. It must be the most common card in Strixhaven. Letter of Acceptance is good. Add 1 mana of any color, and then you can draw if you need it. Exile target non-land. These are both good and would make it into the deck regardless. These are both lessons, so I would probably hold off on those. Let's take a look at the multicolor before we decide. So the blue-red looks okay. I don't see anything that's really spiking out at me. I'm thinking green-black could be okay because I like the idea of getting the Woe Eater on. But it depends on how many creatures I've got. White-red and blue-red are also looking pretty good. Let's... Blue-green is probably looking the weakest so far. So let's take a look at special abilities. And I want to look at flying. So if we look at flying, we get the red, white, red, blue, white. Well, this is technically white. It would be white for us. So if we did red, white... So maybe it looks a little bit like this. And we'll pull in the Inkling just to get the flying. And then let's take a look at the white and red cards and see if we can't get a white-red deck put together. Shock obviously makes the cut. Exile a tap creature makes the cut as well. Do I only have one of those? I have two of those. Holy cow. Let's see. Defend the Campus is good. It's got utility to it. Pilgrim of the Ages would definitely make it. Let's see. Turn 1 creature. Pacifism that the opponent can get rid of. First Strike and Treasure Token. Thrill of Possibility is an awesome card. Target creature can't block this turn is good. Attacking spirits get +1/+0 till end of turn. Depends on how many spirits I've got. But he's also a 2/2 for 2, so I might just throw him in. We got another 2/1, but late game we can recast it. Let's see. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gives haste as well. So we can throw those in. We'll put them both in for now. The spell gets +3, costs 3 less to cast. If it targets a creature token, gain control of target creature. So I like those types of cards where you can surprise the opponent. This is a scry land for us. I would probably throw that in just because it's got the scry, which is good for late game anyway. If you're trying to, because a lot of times in sealed you have those. The games tend to go a little bit longer, and you've got extra land to use in the late game. Minotaur token probably makes the cut. And then what else? I guess technically this is red, so we can put that in. This is red-blue. This is technically red as well. When you cast your next instant or sorcery, copy it. So we can do that. We can do the Rise as well. We can throw in a red-white land, makes a ton of sense. We've got the white card. Rip Apart makes a ton of sense. The Pledge Mage makes a ton of sense. Stonebound Mentor makes a ton of sense. So does anything not make sense? How many cards? We're at 48 right now. And we don't have any lands in yet. Holy cow. Well, this deck just kind of worked itself out, didn't it? So what are we at? Only 13 creatures. So if we wanted to get rid of something, it would have to be a spell, an instant, or a sorcery. I think that would be the way that we would look at this. Blue is a contender as well if we wanted to go blue-red. So maybe we'll just take another quick peek at blue to see what we're missing out on by going red. I just don't think it's as strong. I think the Spectacle Mage is good. I think Bury in the Books is good. I think Resculpt is good. Malform Transformation is iffy. Planning is good, and the Frostborn Trickster is good. But look at all of the stuff we'd have to give up. All of the removal. The Shock is good. The white has a lot of removal in this set as well. It's crazy. Teach by example. Like, we just have a ton of cards. I think this decision made itself. The only other thing that... Let's just look for type equals creature for green, just to check our bases here. So what are we missing out on here? The Dragon Eater, but we'd have to go green-black. So we could put together a green-black deck as well, and we could compare it to the white-red. But with 48 cards in it, like, it just seems like white-red is going to be the best. And if we take a look at this and we do a search and we say type equals creature and we separate them, this has a pretty good mana curve to it with a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Several of these have flying. We've got 4 creatures with flying in it. Type equals creature, just to separate it out so we can see the instants and sorceries on the bottom. Oh, the 48 already has the land in it. That's good. So then in sealed, do I have anything that costs a lot? Top is 5, top is 6. So we probably want to be around 17 or 18 lands, which would be 9 and 8 typically. We're going to keep the Scry land in just because I think it's useful late game. But what are we at right now? That's 15, 16, 17. That might be good, depending on how heavy we want to be on one color. So I think the plains or the mountain might switch depending on our early mana curve desires. If we want to be positive that we've got a white or a red by turn 2, we might switch these up. Okay, so let's take a look at the instance and see what we can get rid of. We need to get rid of 8, and is there any creature here I'm willing to get rid of? We're only at 13, and I've noticed that about this set is that creatures can be kind of difficult to get, which is why the Pilgrim of the Ages is so good, because late game you can bring them back into your hand. It's super powerful, even if it's only a 2/1. Like, it's just really nice to be able to bring a creature back onto the board. And this Retriever Phoenix is good too. We should actually take a look at that too and see if there's any that are lessons. If they're lessons, then we might want to think about putting those back. But first, let's just make sure we have a learn spell. And if we do, so we can learn from this. Anytime we learn, we can bring the Phoenix back. So it's not really a learn. So we have 3 learn spells that we're going to keep in the deck here. Let's take a look at the lessons. I think the lessons go back then at this point. I think we can remove you. We've got enough removal. If we need to pull another one, we can pull the learn in. So that was pretty easy. Let's go back and do type equals creature. And then let's take a look and see if we can't lose another 5 cards. So for removal, what do we have? This is kind of removal. We've got shock, which is removal. We've got combat trick, which can help to kill a creature. When that creature dies this turn, create a 3/2. You know, and that would be good. We've got a creature can't be blocked. Oh, sorry, a creature can't block this turn. That's different than can't be blocked. That's still pretty good. First day of class, we're going to keep those because we need to learn. Target creature gets +2, and a treasure token, which actually can help with the mana fixing. We only have 1 of those, though. We do have 1 letter of acceptance, which can help with mana fixing too. And this is the part where we're gonna, now that we're kind of settled on a color, we're gonna want to go back and take a look to see if there's any incredibly powerful cards that we're missing, and try to squeeze them into the deck. And things like letter of acceptance and the sudden breakthrough could help with the mana fixing on that. And if it's something blue, you know, we've already got a blue source. We've got a letter of acceptance, and we've got the treasure token. So there's a good chance that we could get a blue on the board, especially if it was a late game play. Okay, so Thrill of Possibility is always good. Just when there's almost always a situation where you would be willing to discard a card to draw 2 cards, especially late game when you have a bunch of lands on the board. Although with the Scry land, that becomes less of a problem because you can almost always find a reason to use 4 mana. Let's see, copy an instant. Kind of want to keep that. Rip Apart is good, especially for this deck. Exile target tap creature is really good too. Man, which one do you get rid of? Gain control of target creature probably has to go. Exile target creature, exile up to 1 instant or sorcery card, and learn. We have to keep it because it's got the learn. So then what are we at? Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. I guess that's an option. So what do we have then for creature removal? 3 damage, shock, detention. I thought we've got expel, exile target tap creature. Excel is probably better than this. Okay, so wait. I had to keep that one because of the learn. Hold on. That was white, wasn't it? Yeah. Get back to me. You've got learn, so we're keeping you. So out of all of these, which would I give up? I guess I'd probably remove you, and I'd probably get rid of the Luminancer, but she's got like a nice combat trick to her too, where if we were to cast a shock, she would also get +2/+2. So she might look innocent, but then again, she doesn't do any damage if you don't cast. Like, she literally cannot attack. She's worthless unless you cast an instant or sorcery. I might have to play with her just to see if she's worth playing in sealed. I don't know. Exile target card from your graveyard. This is really good. Giving other creatures flying is really powerful. So I might get rid of... Oh, I don't want to get rid of creatures, though. I do not want to get rid of creatures. Because that would put us down to 12. No, we're at 13. We can get to... Yeah. So we can get to 12. You're only a 2/1. Oh, you are good late game, though. Are 2 of them worth it? Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one. 15... 16, 17. 17 lands. Might lose 1 land, 2. Might be able to lose 1 land. Which land do you lose? Well, let's look at our mana curve. Red, red, red. So, alright, turn 1. Hoping for white or red. Pretty much split. Turn 2. Red, 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 red. Red, 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 red. We definitely want more red than... I wish that there was an easy way to add. So we would probably want to do this. And then... Because I think red's going to be bottlenecked otherwise. So what does that give us? 9, 10 red, 7, 8 white, 18. Could probably still lose 1. Which one do you want to lose, though? Probably the plains, but the second I get rid of the plains, I'm going to be wishing I had kept plains. You know, the letter of acceptance is questionable too, just because I don't think with these 2 colors being so tight that we need it. So I might get rid of you. Unless we pull in something like, here, let's do another search by rare and mythic and uncommon, and let's see if there's anything that's really, really good. The Mage, there's no way we'll cast that. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. I could consider bringing this one in just because it's late game. We might be able to get a blue. But if we get it turn 1, we're going to be upset. Is there anything... awesome. Is there anything just crazy good? Oh, we don't have our... How do we not have our cleric in here? Yeah, you make it, obviously. Wait. What is going on? Why does this show... What is wrong with the colors? Alright, we gotta fix this. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Now, what have I done? I feel like I've done something terrible. Yeah. So you do not make it. Okay, so we're looking at uncommons, rares, and mythic rares, just to see if there's anything extremely good. Is there anything amazing? We're not playing green or black, so I wouldn't splash that. We're not playing any green or blue. We do have blue, so we could do Decisive Denial. Technically, I could splash for that. Are any of these learn cards? Lesson. I guess we could pull these in too. That's another reason why I want to keep this Rise of the Extus. Alright, so we're at 41. This is pretty darn close. at this point, I might say, I mean, look at our mana curve. We're pretty low. I might drop another land. So what does that put us at? 15, 16, 17? That would put us at 16? 16 lands? That seems way too low. We lost the artifacts. That would have helped us with extra mana as well. So I think we have to keep the lands the way they are. We've got the Thrill of Possibility. We've got a Scry land. So what's the next thing to go? You know, I think at this point it's either the Pilgrim of the Ages or the Pledge Mage. And do you need 2 of these late game? I don't think so. But then, well, hold on, we can look at it from here. So we have 8 instants, 2 sorceries, 1 enchantment, 17 land, 13 creatures, 11 non-creatures. He could be good, just with being able to expel the top 2 cards from your library and giving you the ability to basically draw cards and play them. So even if you cast one of them, it doesn't reduce your total deck size because it goes on the bottom. Interesting. Yeah, we might drop another creature, I guess. We might drop the Pilgrim of the Ages. It's either that one or the Clever Luminancer. Screw it. Let's do it. I don't know. 41 cards. What's a card? I think that's our deck. So what is this? This is our... I have to go in here to name it. And I have to put it over on the side, and then we have to click on that. How wonky is this? Strix. Sealed. 03. Alright, that's our deck. That's what we ended up with. Not too shabby. Alright, so let's look at the deck tech real quick. Let's see, we ended up going white and red. We've got 13 creatures, 11 non-creatures, of which we have 8 instants and 2 sorceries. 17 lands. We're playing white-red. I think the crux of this deck is to try to get flying creatures into the air. Looks like we've got the Stonerise Spirit, who can exile cards from your graveyard and give them flying. We've got a 2/2 treasure token, Thrill of Possibility, Teach by Example, Rip Apart. So we've got some good removal with the Rip Apart, the Shock, and the Expel, and the Rise of the Extus. We've got the Pilgrim of the Ages, which are nice because you can cast them early and then return them late when you're mana flooded, if you end up playing kind of a longer game. We've got basically the red-white, white knight, first strike with +1/+0 every time you cast an instant or sorcery. We've got a creature that lets you scry every time a card leaves your graveyard. We've got flying 2/3 at the beginning of combat. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains vigilance. We've got the Retriever Phoenix, who every time you learn, you can bring him back into the battlefield. But you do have to give up the ability to learn. We've got the Ardent Dust Speaker, who can exile cards from the top of your library, but you get the ability to cast them, so it's like a Robber of the Rich on your own library. And then, yeah, so pretty much red-white aggro, you know, but it's got a lot of flying, and I'm actually surprised here, because I think white has more removal. I think white has more removal than red does in this one. We've got, what, a Shock? Is that it? That might be it. And a Rip Apart, which again has white in it. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever one or more cards leaves your graveyard, scry one. Anyway, that's the deck. Let's see how we do. All right, now, all right, round one. Got some white, got some red, got some removal. Turn 2. Not gonna be good. Turn 1. At least we have a turn 1 play. I think we keep this. Move myself up a little bit. Alright, so what? Round 1 hall monitor? Is that what we're doing? Coming for you. Oh, that's a neat looking forest. Oh, he's got reach. How unfortunate for us. Well, we've got the flying. We can do that. Yeah, I think we do that. We'll put the flying creature down. And then... no attacks. If he attacks, we can expel. Maybe he'll make that mistake and try to trade with us. That card's more valuable as a blocker, though, right now, just because he's got reach. Oh, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter. Okay, so that is interesting. Yep, we're not gonna block. Take the 2. We do get to get rid of... Let's go ahead and do this. Kind of puts me in a situation here where I'm thinking, like, we can cast the... If we have 2 more mana, we can cast this twice. We can cast the Expel twice. So we have 1. Can we hold out another 2 turns? That's the question. Yeah, that's the question. Well, number 1, I think we attack. Yeah, I think we try to wait. I think we slow play this. If we can get both of those off the board, we're going to take some damage. But, I don't know. Man, if we can just hold out 2 turns, we could potentially get rid of 2 of their cards. Alright, so no blocks. Ugh, it's gonna hurt. This game is kinda acting glitchy right now. Wonder if it's the opponent or if it's me. Enters the battlefield, equipped creature gets +1, +0, and lifelink. That sucks. Alright, so hopefully we draw another land. And if we do that, we're golden. Oh, the opponent gets to learn too. That's what he's looking for. Fractal summoning. Okay. Alright, so we take my turn. We did not draw a land. Well, I guess we could come in hot with the Retriever Phoenix. We can attack with all 3 of them. Hope we draw a land and then play the Expel and the Teach by Example. I think that's what we do. I don't know if green has any removal. Alright, so we get to learn now. What are we learning for? Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, it gains vigilance. Inkling, yeah, we could do that. We could do more flying. Yeah, I'm kind of torn here. I think we take you. I could have grabbed the other one to destroy a creature, but we have the Expel. that we're going to try and duplicate. We're really hoping we draw a land this next turn. So at least we're keeping up with them. They're going to hit me for 4. Probably, maybe 5 if they cast a spell before they attack. Whew. This better pay off, man. If I don't draw this land, it's going to be a problem. This is going to hurt. Oh, that was a mean thing to do. We're taking 9. Losing strats. Losing strats. 12? What just happened? Oh, hold on. No. View the battlefield. Oh, why did they do that to me? Alright, well, that did not play the way out. That did not play out the way I was hoping it was going to. It was like perfect combo. That's insane. I don't know if I got really unlucky there or if I just got really greedy. Alright, so we have a shock. That would have been helpful last time. We've got the bird again. Everything else is kind of late game, but I guess we keep it. Because we've got a turn 2 cast. We've got this on turn 1, so it enters the battlefield tapped. It doesn't really hurt us. Opponent's playing black. Black's got some strong removal. We could... I think we come in... Yeah, it sucks that you're only a 1. But it is what it is. It's nice that it can give other creatures flying. Do I have any reason to cast anything else? I don't. So we'll put that in. We'll attack for 1 damage. End the turn. Okay, Reflective Golem. That card can copy a spell that's cast towards it. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only, you may pay 2 if you do copy the spell. So that's pretty powerful. And it's bigger than my my shock is, so... Alright, so now we can go red. I think we attack. Man, that was crazy that last game, how quick that ended. Like, he just... That blue-green Mage is really powerful. But what do you do? So, he must have had something that made it... I mean, I wasn't expecting to take 12 that turn. Reveals their hand. Choose a target from it. Well, what are you going to choose? I could cast one. I guess we resolve that. He can take what he wants. I don't really care. He's probably going to pick the shock. But he might pick the Ardent Dust Speaker. It's up to you, bud. Yeah. Creatures are really valuable in Sealed and Strixhaven. They just are. Okay. Well, let's see. We got a Rip Apart. Well, that's good. Next turn, we can Scry if we want to. We can Shock. We can attack. We can Rip Apart. Yeah, let's just attack. Okay, so we attack. Okay, let's hold the Rip Apart. Oh, it's a sorcery. Son of a gun. I was hoping that was an instant. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 1. Okay, well, you're basically a shock toast is what you are. Pass 2 attackers. We're not going to block. He knows I've got the shock. So we take this. Put the counter over here. I think we'll Scry. Yep. Come on. You're a 2/2. You're something. Yeah, but you're still not what we're looking for. Ah, it hurts to do. That's a tough one. That's hard to know if I made the right choice there. Yeah, maybe I should have held on to the other one. Okay, well that's an interesting card. So I could put you down. So we'll auto-pay you. If we're smart, we'll hold on to the shock. She'll get +2 plus whatever. We can cast the mountain. That'll keep our thing going. We can keep the rip apart until next turn and give her a +1/+0 or +2/+2. We'll attack with the Stone Rise Spirit or Stone Owl. And the turn. If they decide to come at me, I'll have a 3/2. So they'll be able to kill whatever I've got, but I can... Alright, so we've got a defender who can learn and gain life. Perfect, that's what we needed. Pass to attackers. Opponent is mana screwed. It's interesting. Pass to blockers. Reblock. They should give me the opportunity to cast the shock here. Hopefully opponent doesn't have an instant of their own to cast. Well, that's a bummer. Not coming. But they had the advantage. Either way, we paid. I thought we were going to trade here. What did I mess up? You get +2/+2. Ah, but she's a 0. Pfft, lame. Well, I don't have enough to scry anymore. Okay, well we can still use the rip apart. To get rid of you. But if we do that, we lose the... whatever. Alright, you die. Whatever. I guess I could pay 4. Does he have reach? He doesn't. He can gain a life. I do have 4. Exile a card from your graveyard. Target creature gains flying. Yeah, okay. So next to attackers, we attack with you. For damage. Throw down our bird. Alright, so now we have 2 flying creatures and a potential extra flying creature. We can... Whenever... What did that say? Whenever opponent casts or copies an instant or sorcery spell, they lose 1 life. Okay. Well, this is a sorcery. If they choose to attack, we can expel 1. We can also learn. That's a tough call. I think we get rid of this guy. Which card do we want? Probably the flying. 4/4. Yeah, that could be good too. We've got the 2 red. Why don't we do that? We'll pick you. See how that goes. Can attack with these two. This puts me in a position here where I would be forced to take up to 3. What does that say? Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller loses a life. I guess we take it. So we can kill that. Yeah, that's tough. We can also wait till their turn to do that, though. So let's swing in with the Stone Eagle. This card is actually pretty good. Yeah. Not worried about you yet. Well, you could be the... Oof, that Mage Hunter. Oof. That is crazy how good that card is. But I can block this next turn. He won't attack. The removal he needed. That stinks. So we're back to square 0. We can block. We're not taking 3, I guess, at this point. Yeah, because she's just not big enough to get around. This card is crazy good. It's so good. Now I'm thinking I want to expel that one instead. But we still have to find an answer for it. So we pass the turn. We'll see if they forget to gain life. Not fortunate enough. Although I could have killed it. Let's see what they do. They're gonna try and pump the Pledge Mage. Is there any way for me to lose cards from my graveyard? No. Put target card from the graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Okay. Interesting. We got a 4/5 with reach to deal with now. Thrill of Possibilities good. We have to pass. We gotta remember to scry at the end of their turn if we don't use our mana, though. Ugh, which of these do you want to get rid of? If we pass to blockers. If we can double block, and he can get rid of 1. So he's basically saying he's willing to trade by attacking with that one. But then we still have the 4 to deal with. So if we pass to blockers, we can do this. And we can block. I guess we'll see what they have to say. Oh, that card's annoying. Ugh. Do we have enough? We don't have enough to scry yet. Yep. Resolve. What does that say? Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker if you sacrificed a permanent. This way you may return it. Turn another permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Whew. Hey. He can basically get back that 3/4. Jesus. I'm getting crushed here. Well, I can't cast this Thrill of Possibility. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your turn, put a +1/+1 counter. Do we do this on my turn? Is there anything in my learn pile that can save me? What's in my deck? Yeah. You can wait. What do we take? Do you really want to take 6 this next turn? No. Yep. Resolve. Okay, so now I can get rid of him. We can... It's not going to matter. I can double block on the Pledge Mage. He's probably got an enchantment in his hand. So I'm probably going to lose both of them with not enough damage. So we probably want to do this. And we probably want to do this. Or we hold back because he's gonna have an does he have anything in his hand? He does. He has an instant. What are the odds? I think we have to block this way and hope. But he's probably got an instant in his hand. So we take it, right? Bluffing. Got him. Okay. Nice. The land. Nice. Nice. Okay. Put you down. Comes in tapped. I've only got another turn left. Gotta pull something out of our butts. He pulled a land. Ugh, we need to scry. Get the fuck out of here. Is there anything we can draw that's big enough to take out this Mage Hunter? I don't think so. And we have to block because he's that helps. It's not good enough, though. Yeah, I mean, that could help. We can definitely do that. We have to be really careful not to take any more damage, though. I don't have anything that can gain life. What the hell? Ah, the exponential growth. Yep. Oh, it was beautiful. If we pull this out, I swear. Come on, baby. Do you want it? Target creatures +2/+2 against first strike. No. Is there any way? Is that good enough? No. We want creatures. Take my turn. The land, not what we wanted. Well, you gotta play ballsy. Alright. End the turn. Hope we draw. Hope he doesn't draw anything with haste. It's white and black, so odds are good. Okay, 5/4 with burn. Yeah. Five, 4. That's not good for me either. Because what could he be? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He could be a 9/9. How do you get rid of a 9/9? I've got cards that can get rid of creatures that are tapped. Oh, he's going to go with it for now. Start with the 5/5. You don't have anything that can attack. You're not good enough. You can chump block, though. Do we keep it? 5/5, 5/4. Either way, we have to block. Buys me a turn, I guess. So, I guess you go on the battlefield. What can we do here? We can pass the turn. He's gonna wipe me out. Ugh. We have to block both ways. Pass the blockers like this. Losing card advantage. Yeah. Yeah. It stinks. Trample? Yeah, trample. We were doomed either way. Oh, I thought for a second we had a chance there. Made me wonder if we had gone a little bit more aggressive with +2/+0 first strike. I was hoping the flying was going to be good enough, but this owl isn't turning out quite as good as I was hoping. What are the highest cost creatures we have to cast here? Like what are, and then we want type equals creature. Like what could technically, like the 7/6 is good, but man, the 3/4 is really powerful. Getting to 4 is pretty good. Do you put one of these into your deck, hoping that you can get to them? I'll tell you what though, this Luminancer has not turned out as good as I was hoping, so I think we can get rid of her. That puts me at 12 and 11. Let's do this. Let's sealed is tough, man. It's tough. Sometimes it's a lot of luck. Especially with what cards you get and then what your opponents get too. Like there's gonna be quite a difference in what we're presented versus what our opponents are being presented. Okay, so we've got a 3/3 on turn 3, which is good. Got a 2/2. Got some creatures. That's good. I think we'll keep it. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Is there anything we can do on turn 1? We can put the mountain down, I guess. He's got a mountain too. So he's playing red-white as well. He's got the Mage. Okay. He will delightfully shock you. You know, he's probably happy with that trade, though. Okay, so we kind of want to do this, and then we'll pass our turn. Turn 3. We can take my turn. We can what? Who do you want to do? We'll probably put the mentor down first, right? Put the next mountain down. Let's put the not that one. The mentor. 3/3, something big enough to withstand a shot. He's got a stick. 4 damage. Holy cow. Yeah, okay, so now I'm kind of wishing I'd put down the Pledge Mage first. 2/2. That's okay. We're starting to get flooded here, which is not good. So I would guess I'd rather lose the Pledge Mage than the Combat Professor. Opponent is also playing blue. Probably throw the next mountain down. We'll probably put you down as well. I don't know what kind of combat trick he's got in his books. Something sticked, though. I don't know what he's got. It could be a thrill of possibility. It could be a lot of things. It's hard to know. Okay, opponent takes 3. Love that this Combat Professor gives Vigilance. I'll have to keep an eye out for this one in the draft. When instant and sorceries you cast with spells 5 or less costs 1 less. Okay. So the Expel is good here. We pretty much have run our gambit on the lands. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, it gets +1/+1/+ haste. We've got a combat trick. We can destroy tapped things. Yeah, I think we're looking good to attack. Opponent still has a stick. What is he got? So I think we're coming for you. We have full mana. Got to remember that they might have expels as well. It's a nice common. Weird sound. One sounded like a poof, and the other one sounded like a tink. Guess it makes sense. Excel tap creature. Yep, so whatever. It is what it is. We've got the same. We've got the same thing we can do to you. Pass to attackers. Thank you. Alright, so is there anything we want to do now? We can learn. Okay, I guess we take my turn. Play the mountain. We don't have a scry land. We can attack. At some point he's going to want to block. We have a 10-point advantage right now. Our opponent still has 4 cards in hand, though. Gains haste until end of turn. So this first day of class is actually really good. End game. Nice. That. 3/4. Pass to attackers. He's got haste. Nice. Yeah, I guess we take 3. Okay. Take my turn. Spirits. Do we have any spirits? We don't. I mean, we can cast both of these. We can make a 3/3. And haste. So that's something, I guess. You can do that. What else are you gonna do? Ooh, we could pull the 4/4. It gains vigilance. That's also pretty good. Or we could go flying. Flying could be really good. Oh, that's tough. What do you do? 4/4, flying, or 2 +1/+1 counters. Yeah, I guess we'll go with the counters. And we'll probably put you down. Although maybe having the creature on the board was the right choice. And then I have enough. I can give you... Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Woohoo! It's about time something went my way. Whew. Yeah, you have to block. First strike. Have to. I don't quite have enough to kill him next turn. So, end the turn. He's a 5/5 with vigilance. So now the opponent can't even attack if they want to. We do have this. So we could give the Pledge Mage for a strike. That is actually a pretty good play for us because he comes in tapped. He has to block. Battlefield. We've got a Scryland for next turn. We've got lethal next turn if he doesn't put a creature down. Okay. 2/1. Nothing scary about that. Okay, so then how do we not mess this up? We attack with both. Put a counter right there. Till the end of your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out. White. They're phased. While they're phased out, they're treated as though they don't exist. They phase in before you untap. Okay, so he basically bought up next to first strike, next to damage. We don't have any reason to cast the mountain, so we end the turn. He can put his creature back on the board for 5. Yep, 3/2. Resolve. We still have first strike. Pass to attack. And luckily, it comes in tapped. So we scry. Is that enough? Something, I guess. I guess we keep it. Take my turn. We can attack with both. He's going to take 2. And then we play you. There's 3 on the board. Take the planes, put it on the board. Play the planes because we have no reason not to. End the turn. Put a stop counter on the opponent's end phase. Cast a 4/2. Return target spirit or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Yeah, so what do you get? 4 damage. Pass to attackers. He's not gonna attack. We scry. I guess we keep it just because it's another creature. Take my turn. We attack with everything we've got. There's no reason not to. Okay, so then we can pay you. I guess we could put you on the board. And we can pay 6. And we can put you on the board. And I think having this many threats on the board is going to be enough. Where they aren't going to be able to get out of taking 2 points. But we'll see. I don't... Is there it? There is a Wrath of God. I should have played for the Wrath of God. But if they had it, they probably would have played it already. Go for the kill. Whew. Oh my gosh. Like, thank goodness we got a win. Jesus. Even that game I don't think was like a give me, you know? It's like, I don't know. What else do you do? I guess this potentially this card comes back in. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Maybe that comes back in and put a counter on a creature and learn. Could potentially be worth it too at this point. So like, let's just take another quick look at our white and red cards. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. You know, that could be good too at this point. So then what do we get rid of? What do we lose to gain those 2 cards? What hasn't been working out for us? The Hall Monitor is kind of iffy. Target creature can't block though. So he turned out pretty good. Just having a creature on the board is just useful. The Breakthrough, I guess, in this instance worked okay. There's not a ton of synergy. You were good. You were okay. Would I have been happier with something else? What did I pick up? I already forgot. So... yeah, you're definitely worthwhile. Being able to put a counter on something just to get that extra 1 point is really, really powerful in this set. I think we pick up those 2 cards. So what do you lose? 12 and 13. Yeah, maybe that's what we do. Can't lose the creatures. Yeah, maybe just having that extra instant in there would be useful, or being able to destroy a creature with 4 or greater. Our rares weren't excellent this time around. Learning is useful. Yeah, I guess that's what we do. I don't know. Go again. Maybe we'll get lucky. Blobble. Don't lose to Blobble. Alright, so we got a tap land, and we're short on white. Do you keep it? I don't know. I think we mulligan this. This is better, land-wise. We've got the Expel if we need it for early. Maybe we lose... What do you lose? The Shock? The Pilgrim? The First Strike? Maybe we lose the Shock. Create the treasure token could be useful. Yeah, I think we get rid of the Shock here. Keep this. Man, that's tough. I want this one for the treasure token, and watch, we'll get flooded. But I think we keep the creature. I think we lose the Shock. We play the tap land. Yep, you go first. Next turn we play the Snarl and show the plains. So we play this. And then our Historian comes onto the battlefield. We're playing blue. 2 blue. 3/3. Okay, so good. Good. I think we attack. Let's get Defender. We get the food token out of it anyway. Pilgrim of the Ages comes next. We have to watch out for counters. Blue, black. Okay. I guess next to attack. And then on with the Pilgrim. There's no stick there. Absolutely no stick. There we go. Alright, end turn. Opponent plays a tap land. Okay, attack with both. End turn. Getting kind of nervous here with what the opponent has in their hands. Something big's coming out. We've got the Expel though. That card sucks. Mage Hunter. If you see that one, play black. Alright, whenever a creature... Alright. So we take my turn. Well, do we? No, we probably scry. No land. Get land anyway. That's fine. Probably no attacks here. We're gonna pay a life here. Interesting that its abilities couldn't be activated there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we're in 10-point advantage on life. We're probably going to pay 3 to remove that. And then maybe attack. And when they attack, we can use the Expel. Okay, Flying Death Touch. Yep. Maybe they attack at this point. They don't attack. Doesn't that suck? Well, we can still scry. Are you good enough? I guess we already have one of you. We can use it to draw another plains out of the battlefield though. But it doesn't really help us. He's gonna turn into a 3/2, which doesn't help at all. Let's look at the battlefield. So he's got a 3/4. If we hold back and block, he still has a 3/4. Doesn't really help us. I think we kick this one. Watch, we're gonna land. Whatever. Another expel. Alright, well, I'm not gonna attack into that, because all I've got are defensive spells. We'll see what they want to do. They'll probably attack for 1, right? Flying 1, Death Touch. Both of these cards are arguably better dead than live, though. Whenever you cast or copy an instant spell, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Yeah, do you think they attack? There's no way they attack. They didn't attack last turn, they're not attacking this turn. Man, you are frustrating, aren't you? No. What are we searching for? Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature and learn. What can we learn for? It's a sorcery. Okay. Well, let's do this, because then we can trade up with the other guy. So we'll pay that. Forgot I lose a life from the Mage Hunter. We'll pull something that we can use. So we can put a flying creature on the board. We can give something +2. It gains vigilance. So now I have the biggest creature on the board. This isn't looking good for me. This deck was not built to stall. At least with other drafts, limited sets. Okay, that's, you know, any equipment in this set is pretty good just because it's so rare. So we can give something +1/+1 and lifelink. He really thought about that. Look at the top 6 cards of your library and reveal a creature card from among them and put them into your hand. Nice. Okay, so he gives his creature +1/+1. But he'll never attack because that's who he is. Control Mage. Let's see. Let me just hide myself. Quandrix Apprentice, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, look at the top 3 cards of your library, you reveal a land card from among them, and put that card into your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Okay, so I take damage. He can create lands at will now. Well, that's interesting. Now we can destroy a creature with... So I'm really glad I picked this one up. Could also attack. Yeah. I think you die. I'm pretty sure you die. Alright, so then what? We can expel. Red Rover, Red Rover. Let my creatures come over. And then if he wants to trade for the Pilgrim, that's his choice, but he probably won't. The card is too good. I can't believe he took that. Holy moly. So then we can kill a tapped creature. I think we end our turn here. He's a 2/2. He's got to figure out how to deal with the 4/4. Yep, you're looking at him. He's got 4 cards in hand. I've got 3. He could attack me for 3 right now. Oh, you could attack me for 5, technically. You've got the Mage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Choose a creature or planeswalker and then destroy all other creatures and planeswalkers. So he chose his creature and just what? This card exists? Deadly Vanity? Destroy a choose a creature or planeswalker and then destroy all other creatures. That is crazy. 8 mana though. Oh, holy cow. He got up to 8 mana? Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, resolve. Nice. Nice. Oh man, that's crazy. That's so good. So why aren't you attacking still? Oh, you're a coward. Okay, well, whatever. I guess we don't like to win games. He probably knows I've got the Expel in my hand. So I can cast for 5 and 6. 6 brings you back into the battlefield. If I cast you, you become a 3/2. I can use this and the Historian. Why don't we do that? Cast the Historian. We'll get an Inkling while we're at it. Alright, so now how much mana do I have left? If I use 5, I have 1. Get out of my way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I have 6. Do you have reach? You don't. So I guess we put you on the board. It's on the opponent now. We've got to find a way to deal with it. He doesn't have lifelink. We'll resolve that. He becomes a 5/5. Pass to attackers. Got a counterspell. Oh, we've been waiting all game to play with somebody. Well, that was rude. What did you pull? Fractal creature. Mountain. Create the 3/2. Do I even have the mana to cast the other one? I don't. Do I have enough to scry? I don't. Becomes tapped. I wonder, what did I guess I could have done that during the opponent's turn. Well, we know they don't have a counterspell. So I guess the best case I've got is that they cast a fractal creature. They attack. I kill it with the expel, so I have to make sure I leave 3 mana behind for the expel. And then we come back at them. And then this Pilgrim is looking really good right now. Yep, that's fine. And then he just creates mana. You may reveal a land card from among them and put that into your hand. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever a creature you control with +1/+1 counter, your opponent loses 1 life, gains 1 life. Okay, so you resolve. Yep. So then what happens here? Really? Now what was this special? Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay, resolve. So you become a 4/4. Pass to attackers. Take my turn. Okay. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. 3 damage to target creature. That's interesting. So if I attack, then they at best are going to trade the apprentice. And then what? I can draw back a 2/2. Is that the best I can do? Or we can just kill that one. What does this one do? Fractal. Fractal's not an artifact though. So we can do this. And that dies. And then we can attack. Or do we wait? What's your deal? I think we hold back the attacker. Got 2 timeouts. So if I attack, he blocks. And then what? I have to wait a turn to buy in. No attacks. End the turn. Try to scry. Use the Pilgrim of the Ages. Next turn. Can I buy him in? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can buy them back. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That stinks. He's starting to out-creature me. We need some flying. That's what we need. Can I learn? Do I have anything in my... Man. Alright, yep. This guy. He gains life. And 4/4 fractal. That stinks. Pass to attackers. He passes. I have the option of scrying or buying the Pilgrim back. I guess we buy you back. Right? Yeah. So you come back to my hand. Take my turn. We don't want the land. That stinks. So then, you go on the battlefield. Opponent has a stick though. What is catching? No attacks. Not ideal. Not much I can do to stop this though. that's the right play here. Lame. I don't even have enough to scry. Gaining life. You know, I'm wondering if in sealed, if it makes more sense to try to go 3 colors just to get more creatures into the deck. Maybe that's the right thing to do. You're a spirit though, aren't you? Well, I think you can go on the board. He's thinning out his deck. He's got 14 cards. I've got 21. We hit next. We're going to hope and scry. Yep, resolve. Yep. And then 2+1/+1 counters from the turn. Did you actually play that in the deck, or did you learn for it? You played it in the deck. It's interesting. Okay, so he's got a 5/5. You attack with the 5/5? Do you attack with everybody? I don't know. Pass to attackers. Comes at me with the 5/5. Well, we'll see. Okay, giving me more opportunity here. Oh. This is why you play the Skylands. Alright, so we draw a Pledge Mage. My opponent is touching my cards. Counterspell. So then we can do this, and we can touch all your cards too. And then all of these cards. Yeah, we're passing. It's on you. If you want it, you gotta come and get it. At 12. At 20. He's definitely got a card advantage on me. He's probably drawn better cards too. Although we are scrying quite a bit. Alright, we will scry again. At this point I'm hoping to deck him. Yeah. Okay. Good top. Go to my turn. Cast him. Counterspell. Well, he's got to attack for me to do anything. Got a heck of a board advantage from being able to wipe all of my cards. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, resolve. I think he's freaked out by the Scryland. He thinks I've got an instant in my hand. I think that's what's happening. Oh, I don't have enough. Bummer. That sucks. We take my turn. He's no longer within striking distance. He's at 13 now. He's gained quite a bit of life. He's playing blue, black, green. The life gain really helped him out. But he's not aggressive enough. He should have pressed sooner. I could attack, and that would give me some card advantage, I guess. I don't have anything in my hand that's worthwhile. Wondering if the opponent picked up some removal. Just show me the original card. Fights trigger creature you don't control. Okay. Who are we fighting? Could be really helpful. Which creature do you want to exile, though? That's the question. What does he do? Lose a life. Cast or copy. Lose a life, gain a life. How many cards? He's got 9. Are we playing for the cards? He's got a 3/3. Do we deal with the 5/5? I think we do. I think we deal with it first. Where was it? Where was this big card? Probably you. Okay, so we use that next to attackers. Attack with the Pledge Mage. And then if he blocks, we can pump him with the Blood Age General. He's got Menace. Oh, that card's annoying. I miss drafting. Drafting is so much simpler. Like, you go in, you have a color set, you've got an idea of what you want, the card pool is better. Like, you're just able to make a better deck in a lot of cases. Right. I'm playing it on this one, huh? So what are you planning on doing? Attack with both of those and kill my Pilgrims? He gets to learn, I guess. So that's 7. That's 16. Is there 7 turns left? What's he learning for? He's got to be getting close to the end of his learn cards as well. Pests. Okay. Whatever. Not a fan of that. So what, he's gonna decline. Right. Yeah, because he doesn't want to draw any more lands. Let's see what you do, man. Do you want to attack? If you attack, I block. Get him back. We are not attacking. Yep, you gain a life. Forgot to gain a life. Oh, it was under summoning sickness. If you attack, I just block and then bring them back. Well, that's interesting. I guess we can block here, right? That's probably the safe play. What is... Ah, I get the +1/+1 counter. I see. We buy you back. Scry. Yeah. Actually, the test with the Blood Researcher is pretty darn good. Cards in his hand, though. We pass our turn. Ugh, decks like this really take the spirit out of you. The stamina of this match. This is a will and testament. Well, whatever, it's something. Yeah. +1/+1. I've got enough mana where I can just keep throwing chumps in front of the Blood Researcher, though. I'm not worried about that. 5 damage, target creature with flying. Alright, that happens. That sucks. That sucks. Of course it doesn't cost anything. Are we seriously gonna get killed here at the very end? Oh, at the end. Is there anything we can draw that would save us? Is there anything? Anything we can do. Yeah. It becomes a 6. Pass to attackers. You attack with the lifelink. With the pest, he becomes a 7. That was interesting. Oh, he had enough mana to do both. I wish there was a... Good game isn't what I'm looking for. It's more like... do we have... no, they don't give you the middle finger emoji. Ah, well. I guess we'll have to suck it up and be a good sport. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Man. Grueling game of Magic. I feel like I went on a 30-mile bike ride. I just raced the whole Tour de France. Don't play sealed. All right, well, yeah, that wraps it up. We only managed to get one win. I don't know. Guess I'm still working on the sealed game. Definitely, it's a much longer format than playing on limited. I like the idea that in limited you can get in, you can strategize and create a deck. So I think coming up here, I'm going to start to switch over to limited, but I'll probably do another one or two sealed as well. Let me know if you enjoyed, if you're still hanging on. I really appreciate the support. If you're still here, you are a true supporter. So if you could hit that like button and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Until the next one, everybody take care, and I hope maybe someday I'll see you in the arena. All right, take care.